Hello and good day to you. Today's video on our knitwear inventory, we are going to crochet a chain stitch for our stitch library of our knitwear inventory. To crochet a chain stitch, I'll be to crochet the chain stitch for our stitch library, our crochet stitch library. I'll use we'll need a yarn and we need crochet hook. I'm going to use 3mm crochet hook. You can use any size you desire, but remember that the size you use and the yarn, if you use a big larger size and a thin yarn, the is going to be netty or lacy. But if you use a small size and the required yarn for it, it's going to be moderate. The size is going to be adequate. Then if you use a small size and a thicker yarn, it's going to be difficult for you pulling through the loops. I'll be using Aran yarn. This is just Aran yarn. You can use double knit yarn just for you. This is for demonstration purpose so that you see the effect I'm trying to show you. When you are making your garment, you use the yarn appropriate for your project. So let's start. To start, I'm right-handed, so my yarn is on my left and the tail of the yarn is on my right hand side. My crochet hook is on my right hand. Take the yarn, leave a long tail, and then wind it around the left hand forefinger. If you are left-handed, you do the opposite of what I'm doing. You wind it around the left forefinger. Okay, it's just the forefinger of the left hand. This is because this will help us when we are crocheting, because we need a tension, and while we are crocheting, we need constant yarn feeding. And so the yarn will be, as you are crocheting it, let me just put it onto it. You see it will be slithering. If you look, you see it slithering around my forefinger. So that kind of feeding is what we want, unrestricted feeding. Okay, so then the tail of the yarn, the middle part, just a little bit off a bit where your thumb and your middle finger can grip. Just grip and create a nice straight tension there. So put the yarn in between between your middle finger and in between your thumb and your middle finger. Then with a crochet hook, with your right hand, hold the crochet hook. Come in between under the yarn. I call this the yarn bridge. I will always refer to it as the yarn bridge or the yarn tension bridge. Come under this yarn bridge or yarn tension bridge. Place the crochet hook under and just lose a little bit of yarn. Pull, then pull a loop and secure the loop between the thumb and the middle finger. So you can see that the loop is between the thumb and the middle finger, and we have our tail of yarn still on the table, the other side. So here's the loop. Insert the crochet hook into the loop. If you removed it like me, I just removed it to show you how the loop, that there's a loop there. So then you go back into the yarn bridge or yarn tension bridge. Wind the crochet hook under around the yarn. Just just put it under, and as if you grip it to want to create another loop, and pull it through the previous loop. You see the loop? We're going to pull it through this loop where the crochet hook is in. So we pull it and we formed a loop. So we go back again a second time. We pull through this new loop and we form a loop. So I'm just going to, sorry, I twisted my hand to that's to see if you can get the camera angle. So I'm going to pull it. It's the same hole that the crochet hook is in. So you just continue pulling. You continue. And we've made about we made few chains. So what I'm going to do is that you can see the chain that we've made. You can see that this end part is loopy. So what I'm going to do, just to tug on it, tug on the tail of the yarn, and it will tighten and create a slip knot there. It will create a knot there. So the chain is not going to lose until it gets that. Sorry, it's going to create a knot there to secure our chain. We'll continue crocheting, making chains. So how many chains? This is how you create a chain. So let's make 20, because for most of our project we'll be using a swatch of 20 chains. We'll create 21 chains or 20 chains, depend on the project you are making. 20 chains to, that's 20 stitches to 20 rows. So let's continue creating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 20 chains already, and we have our loop. I'm just going to place it on the table without my hand being on the work surface. So you can see how the chain is. So that is how to make a chain. Can break off the yarn, so just break off the yarn, or use the scissors to cut it. If the yarn is thicker, if it's very thick, use the scissors to cut it so that you don't harm your hand. Don't cut through your hand, because yarn can cut through. Okay, what we'll do next is take the loop, so we have the loop here, we have our loop here, and I'm just going to take the crochet hook and bring from the yarn feeding. I've break off the yarn from the yarn feed. I'm just going to bring the end of it. I'm going to put it through the loop twice if I'm going to secure it. Since we are just doing this for stitch library, we'll just put it in twice and we pull and we have a chain. So if you want to make others just chain bracelets, here it goes. However, you can add 2 to 3 chain. You can also add the, multiples of yarns together, yarn strand together, maybe 4 strands of yarn, and you crochet them as a chain and use them as a necklace. Add something. You can add as you progress. You can add flowers, you can add beads, you can add whatever you want. You can even knot them so that it can act as a knotted pendant, and you have a nice chain, or you can have a nice embellishment on your clothing. So chains are not just only for foundation, they can act as accessories, depend on how you make them. Even after crocheting 4 to 5 yarns together to create a chain, even after crocheting 4 to 5 yarns together or 6 yarns together, it can be the same color, can be different colors. Crochet them together to make chain. You can use them as drawstring. I have some videos that I've used them as drawstring. You can use them as to stitch as a stitching aid. It's still like drawstring, but just to seam the side of a garment. We have that on our no-sew garment, no-sew kaftan, where we use we did large, we added I think 4 strands of chain, I can't remember, but we used it for the side of the garment and for the shoulders to join them together because we didn't want to sew. So you can use it as even as an accessory, as a belt. There was time I also used it as a belt, as a necklace on, I think, our striped crochet skirt, a skirt I did earlier, striped crochet skirt. And we use it also for the skirt drawstring. Because we didn't want to use elastic, so we put it through as a drawstring. And we use it for the remaining one, the one I did previously that I didn't like, that was too thick for the drawstring. I used it as a necklace when I was modeling the dress. So you're going to see it all. We'll use it. And if you have a doll, you can thread beads in between. We can work that as a project soon, where we'll put bead between each chain. We'll slip in beads. We'll crochet the chain, make the knots, we'll slip in beads, and can have a nice necklace and so on. So just play around. Now you know how to crochet this. Practice it with not only one this main strand. You can add different colors, as I said earlier. You can use the same color, you can use different weight of yarn. Just play around. You can also use them, if you can make it large, you can use them to hold flower pot or do some hanging on flower pot if you can weave them around. So just have fun, practice with a chain, and until we'll see you in the next time. So thank you for joining me for this video of crocheting a crocheting chain stitch for our crochet library of our knitwear inventory. Until next time, happy crafting, happy designing, and bye for now.